Ever feel like you're searching for that, that unwavering faith, that sense of being both protected and guided?
It's a universal longing, isn't it?
It really is. And today we are diving deep into a verse that speaks directly to that longing. Psalm 84.11, a verse that's resonated with people for, well, centuries, really.
It's amazing how some passages of text just seem to transcend time, you know?
Absolutely. And this is one of them. So Psalm 84.11, it describes God as both sun and shield. What kind of image does that, I don't know, what comes to mind when you hear those words together?
It's such a powerful image, isn't it? You have the sun representing like warmth, that life-giving energy illumination. And then you have the shield, which speaks to, protection, defense, safety, security.
It's almost like a paradox, right?
Yeah.
Like, how can you have both at the same time?
And yet the psalmist puts them together, suggesting that through a connection with the divine, we can experience both nurturing support and this unwavering defense. It's not an either situation.
We don't have to choose between feeling nurtured or feeling safe.
Exactly. And what's even more amazing is that the verse goes on to say that God bestows favor and honor. Talk about a promise.
Yeah, that's a big one. But it makes you wonder, what did those concepts even mean back then when the psalm was written?
Right. I mean, favor in that context could have meant very tangible things like protection from enemies, success in battle, maybe even a bountiful harvest. And honor might have signified social standing, having a good reputation within your community.
So how do we translate those ancient ideas, those ancient values, into a modern understanding?
Well, if you think about it, the essence of favor could be seen as having opportunities to, I don't know, to fulfill your potential, to achieve your goals. And honor, in a modern sense, might be more about finding a sense of purpose, a sense of meaning in your life.
Okay, I like that. So it's not just about material blessings, which is what I think a lot of people jump to when they hear favor and honor.
Right.
It's about, like you said, feeling fulfilled, living a life of purpose. But then there's that little caveat at the end of the verse. It says that these blessings are from those whose walk is blameless.
Yes, the blameless walk. That's where things get really interesting.
Because what does that even mean? Blameless. None of us are perfect.
Exactly. And that's where I think sometimes people get tripped up. The verse isn't saying you have to be perfect. The Hebrew word that's often translated as blameless can also mean to be complete or to live with integrity. It's more about the striving, the intention behind your actions.
So it's less about never making a mistake and more about, like, constantly striving to align yourself with.
With your values, with your understanding of the divine, however you define that. And that looks different for everyone. Some people might focus on acts of charity, others might prioritize prayer or meditation.
Right, right. It's a personal journey. It's about figuring out what a blameless walk means to you in your own life.
Yes, and then actually living it out, which, let's be honest, is way easier said than done.
Isn't it, though? So, listeners, we've explored this beautiful idea of God as both protector and provider, this idea that we don't have to choose between feeling safe and feeling nurtured. And we've touched upon this concept in a blameless walk. But what does that really look like in our modern world? What does it mean to live with integrity in the here and now? That's something I hope you'll continue to think about, to wrestle with long after this deep dive ends.